Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to what is going to be my first released video of 2023. Though technically I did record two other videos that will be coming out soon before this one, which will be, sorry for notification, which will be the Doctor Who 2022 specials / series 13 / flux / season 39 specials ranking, which will be coming soon, as will also the updated top 10 13th Doctor's stories ranking, which will include episodes from series 13, Flux, and the specials that followed. And then that will be it from the main Doctor Who reviews and rankings until the 60th anniversary comes around. But there may be a few other ones in between, like there might be some bonus rankings, and there may be some go back to watch some other stories again, and give new reviews on those, and so, including the animated stories and some that haven't been, some minisodes that haven't been done yet. And at some point I've got to do spin-offs, minus K9 and Company, and with class revisitation reviews, but Talk with SJ and K9 definitely got to have theirs at some point. So, yeah, but other than that, the 13th Doctor reviews, well, rankings rather, are done production-wise and just got to be edited. And they'll be out within the next couple days, hopefully. Watch this space. But yeah, so this is going to be my first video of 2022 release-wise, but those ones were the first ones recorded. I've also got some stuff in 2022 to come out as well, later on down the line. This is going to be one of those one-take video things where I record on the phone and then upload it straight to YouTube. So the only pieces of editing will be if I pause the footage and then unpause it again afterwards. So sorry for bloopers and other stuff in this video. But yeah, this video is mainly a reaction to the recent Guardian article about the fact that there might actually be some Doctor Who animated episodes this year. The report claims that there's going to be two Doctor Who stories from the 1960s, specifically the 1967 stories, The Smugglers and the Underwater Menace, which are the third and fifth stories from season 4, and the second to last First Doctor and Second Doctor stories. So one story for William Hartnell and one story for Patrick Troughton. And this will complete William Hartnell's portion of season 4, since 10th Planet has already got a missing episode animated. So the article claims that these stories, these 8 episodes, or 6 episodes if they're just doing the 2 missing ones for Underwater Menace, but they might do a BBC American, do all 4 episodes. There's funding for these episodes. It's apparently not from Disney or Disney Plus, not for these two, apparently. But they are apparently going to happen later this year to celebrate the 60th anniversary. We're getting a brand new First Doctor and a brand new Second Doctor animated stories. And in case of Underwater Menace, this one's a bit of a long time coming, because this was one we were hoping would get animated. It was going to be animated about 2014-15 time, but then the animation company pulled out or went under or something, or the deal went through, and the BBC just decided to release the story of the surviving episode as the surviving episode, because episode 2 got found in 2011. So they decided to release the surviving 2 episodes. Episode 3 already survived as well, with reconstructions of 1 and 4, just like the Web of Fear got a reconstruction of episode 3. However, unlike Web of Fear, the BBC were more than happy to put the draft versions out, whilst the people actually making those reconstructions said they were happy to complete the reconstructions for no extra pay. They were doing it out of love. Josh Snares has made a really good video about this, by the way. Go and check it out. And the BBC were like, nah, just release it. Money! They were willing to just put out a shoddy release just to make a quick couple of quid. And yeah, we fans would lap up any new Doctor Who release, but we will lap up and pay even more for the really good ones. And sadly, Underwater Menace is one of the weaker DVD releases. Bad reconstructed episodes and hardly any special features on that releases. Enemy of the World and Web of Fear didn't really have any extras on those ones either, apart from commentary and a trailer for one another. But at least those two, A, got restored footage. B, the Web of Fear reconstruction was good for episode 3. And C, they would get special editions a few years later. Enemy with loads more extras. And Web of Fear, that plus animated episode 3. It was very good, but it was animated. Hopefully we might get a Web of Fear Ultimate Edition later down the line with an even better animated episode. Or better still, possibly a surviving episode. We'll see. But yeah, in the absence of any surviving episodes, Underwater Menace episodes 1 and 4 getting animated is fantastic because of those shitty reconstructions. Again, not a criticism to the editors, because the BBC just plopped out the draft versions and didn't let them finish it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hopefully these animations will at least be in the same style as what we've had recently. Besides Web of Fear, we've had some brilliant animations over the last couple of years, especially Macroterra and Evil of the Daleks. That was probably the peak for the Charles Norton and Marie Walsh directed team. Those two directors of the animations, their team. Whilst the other teams have mainly been under Gary Russell, and I can't remember who did Galaxy 4, but I think it was another female director, and so their team. But yeah, one might be done by one might be done by the other. It appears that all of the 2022, 21 and 22 ones were by the Gary Russell's co's team, because they did Fury from the Deep, and then they would do well, actually, no, Evil of the Daleks was Anne-Marie Walsh, but they would do Web of Fear, episode 3, Galaxy 4, and Underwater Menace. Not Underwater Menace, Abominable Snowmen. So they did quite a few. Then again, Charles Norton probably had quite a few when his ones were doing the first couple stories, and then Anne-Marie Walsh took over for Faceless ones and Evil of the Daleks, plus also those that Win in Space first 10 minutes short animation. So yeah, maybe each team will get one of these two stories. One will get Smugglers, one will get Underwater Menace, and mix the styles up a little bit. Certainly the Norton, Marie Walsh, Charles Norton and Marie Walsh team were more season 4 based, plus 10 minutes of Win in Space, whilst Gary Russell and the other female director, their team was mostly season 5 and Galaxy 4. But with 2 animations to do for this year, it's possible that both teams got one each, and we could be seeing 2 good different styles for these 2 separate stories. Maybe the Norton Marie Walsh, sorry, her name is Anne-Marie, not Marie Walsh. It's Anne-Marie Walsh, not Anne-Marie Walsh. Why do I keep doing that? Sorry, the Norton Walsh team may get Underwater Menace to keep in consistency of that style, because then, well, skipping Moonbase, the next 3 are Macroterra, Evil, Faceless Ones, and Evil of the Daleks, which is all done in that same style, whilst Russell / the other female director, who can't remember her name, of whoever did Galaxy 4, they might do Smugglers too, because that's another Hartnell one like Galaxy 4. Possibly, maybe, or maybe it's the other way around, or maybe it's a completely new team. We'll see how it goes. 2013, there was 4 animated stories released. Was it 4? No, it was 3, and then also Moonbase the year after. But 2013 to 14 saw 4 releases, and there were 3 companies on those. No, it was 2 companies. Reign of Terror, 10th Planet, and Moonbase were all the same people, and Ice Warriors was different people. But if you include the Invasion, then that's 3 companies for 5 stories in 2006 and 13 to 14. So, yeah, having a 3rd company as part of the 2016 onwards groups makes just as much sense. But it's possible, again, these two companies probably have one story each. And now I'm basically just rambling about all of that. But yeah, if these reports are true, this is really exciting. Smugglers and the the Underwater Menace aren't two of my favourite stories of the full season. Actually, in fact, they're two of my least favourite. I'm also not a huge fan of Macro Terror, but the animation is brilliant. But yeah, Underwater Menace is even my least favourite story of this season. But that's mainly partly due to the shoddy reconstructions of the missing 2 episodes. With animation, it will look probably really good. Same for Smugglers. And Ben Windybank's done a really good review on that one. That made me think about it again. Like, on reflection, maybe it's actually good. Maybe I'm going to check it out again. And if the animation comes along, yeah, I will. And previous animations have made me like stories more. Fury from the Deep, I didn't think was that great before. Now I think it's brilliant. Web of Fear, even though it has a terrible animated 3rd episode, rewatching that story with the animated episode, I was like, well, even if it was the reconstruction again, or the surviving episode, or better still, the surviving episode, even then, I think I still have the same opinions I had when I rewatched that story compared to before, because I used to like it, and now I really like it. So yeah, season 5. I already like season 5 quite a bit, and if that's not enough, Underwater Menace, I used to that was all right. Yeah, now I like it quite a bit. Apart from the Ice Warriors, season 5 is an extremely strong season. Okay, Wind Space maybe not as strong, but who knows? Maybe if that's animated, I might find that really, really good as well. I already liked season 5 quite a bit, and now I really like 2 stories that I thought were just okay before. Now I really, really like them, and one story I like it even more now. On top of Enemy of the World having a renaissance after its recovery, and Tomb of the Cybermen being the best 60s story, not just best Troughton story, best 60s story, and hopefully Wind Space maybe getting a bit of a similar renaissance when it comes, or revival in popularity if it gets animated. But heck, I kind of seem to have liked it anyway in the first place. So alongside all of that, the only real letdown is the Ice Warriors, and even then, the animated episodes were good. Well, in terms of animation. Yeah, again, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Macro Terror, but I loved the animation. Same thing for the Ice Warriors. I didn't think the story was very good, but those 2 animated episodes were really well animated. So, fingers crossed for animated Wind Space coming soon as well as also the Highlanders. Hopefully they can sort out the tartan problem. And the Space Pirates, the worst episode of the show ever, in my opinion. But maybe if it's animated, I might like it a bit more. I mean, it's probably be the worst. I might still consider it the worst episode of the show, but I might dislike it less if I saw the animated episodes or surviving episodes. And again, part 2 survives, and I did not like that. I saw that that was the first one of those 6 episodes I saw, and I did not like that. I thought that was the single worst episode of the show. And then I watched the whole story, and I thought parts 1 and 3 were even worse. 4, 5, and 6 are slight improvements, and I think if the animation comes around, those 3 are going to benefit the most out of that. As for Hartnell's stuff, well, there's a lot from season 3. The Crusade has also recently been released with reconstructions on the season 2 box set. So this box set's a little bit too late for a potential Crusade animation, but considering that's going to be one of the harder ones to do, that's I don't think this one's going to be crying in the corner for anytime soon. I don't think the Crusade's going to be one that's coming quite soon. But however, the collection box sets may want to hold off on some potential releases until more animation stories are confirmed. Though I would like a Patrick Troughton one at some point soon. So if we can get Highlanders animated soon as well, we could get season 4 out. That would be awesome. And we thought that one would be one of the last ones. It could even be first for Patrick Troughton. Then again, we just had season 2, and it does have some Hartnell stories in there as well. Well, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, season 3 is probably going to be the one that will need the most filling once they get round to doing Hartnell stories. And there'll be a couple of tricky ones there as well. Dark's Master Plan's huge. Some of the ones before that one haven't got great quality audio. Then again, Galaxy 4's been done, but that's an easy one to do animation-wise. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they tackle it. Maybe they'll do the Celestial Toymaker if Neil Patrick Harris is playing the Toymaker in the 60th specials. Or the Savages, if that one's not too difficult to do animation-wise. If they're going to be able to do Underwater Menace, they could probably do the Savages. But this is all mere speculation at the moment. I mean, this article may not even be entirely true. It might not be that honest. It's mostly speculation, but we can live in hope. In the meantime, it appears that the Smugglers and the Underwater Menace will be animated. It doesn't specify if Underwater Menace is just going to be the 2 missing episodes or if it's the whole story, like what BBC America wanted. We don't know who's funding these ones after BBC America pulled. And it's not Disney. Not for these two anyway. Disney might get interested in funding other ones, maybe. Or brand new ones, perhaps. Brand new animated stories, spin-offs, etc. But yeah, it would be interesting to see these back, and it would be interesting to see how they are. So, if the rumours are true, and the Smugglers and the Underwater Menace are to be animated, this is exciting. There's also the report that the Hartnell and Troughton episodes are going to be colorized. Okay, interesting. Not as replacements to the black and white ones, but as like alongside them, which is interesting. I guess. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that, because I do feel like we should see them in their black and white quality as they aired, just upscaled and made to look even better and restored, etc. But on the same time, it's also exciting to see some colorized versions of these episodes, and we've seen that with fan colorizations and also with the Third Doctor stories that only survive in black and white being recolorized. Those ones make sense to colorize because they were shown in color, but only black and white copies of certain ones survive and had to be colored. And also there's fan colorizations for the Hartnell Troughton ones as well. So it'd be interesting to see a few of them. I'm not sure about do it for all of them. Thankfully, it's not to replace the surviving what we've got. It's mainly as again, like the color animations as another alternative, an alternative way of watching them. It will be a big undertaking to colorize all of those episodes, especially with some missing. But yeah, and also coloring the animated episodes prior to Power of the Daleks, because those ones were done in black and white. Apart from those ones were all. I was going to say apart from I think Infinite Quest and Dreamland, but they're not surviving episodes. And I was going to say there was going to be some from post number 2, but post Second Doctor, but no, that's not true. Yeah, there's the ones done before Power might be a bit tricky to colour as well. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not an expert in this. Babel Colour might know. He's done a few colorizations. But yeah, anyways, this is some pretty interesting news. I'm more excited for the animated episodes of Smugglers and Underwater Menace than the possible colorization. But if these are true and it goes ahead, we might even see some more animated episodes later down the line. And if we're really lucky, some more surviving episodes found. The 50th, we got a whole bunch of them. 11, apparently 12 actually, were found. 9 of them, or 10. If Web of Fear episode 3 was actually with them, and then later, because allegedly that one got sent to a private dealer and it's not been recovered. But the other episodes of Web of Fear and Enemy of the World were all found, including 2 surviving ones. So a haul of 9 were returned to the BBC that year, out of found 11, as well as the other 2 those copies of the surviving 2. But another one was apparently missing, so we could have had 12 come back, 10 missing come back, 12 overall. But oh well. And it's a shame Web of Fear episode 3 hasn't been found yet. Hopefully they'll come back, maybe. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some others found in the not too distant future. You never know. 2 other episodes were found in 2011, and then we got a whole bundle in 2013. So it'd be nice if 1 or 2 came back for the 60th, but you never know. Who knows? Oh well. But yeah, until then, the animations are the best way to go, and they look great. The recent ones look great, and yeah, I'm really excited for this. For these coming back, animations are coming back if rumors are to be believed, and yeah, that's an exciting time. So, what's your thoughts on the animations coming back and being the Smugglers and the Underwater Menace? Do you want to see more? Which ones do you want to see? I know a lot of people want Dalek's Master Plan. I'm on board with that, but that one will be quite a big undertaking. I think if that one was done, I think it would be the only one of whichever year that and maybe with Mission to the Unknown, but otherwise would be the only one of the year, whichever year it's done, if it was to happen. And of course, if Underwater Menace does get done, then that just leaves one Patrick Troughton story per season to be done. So hopefully some of those might get done to complete a Patrick Troughton season. Ooh, that'd be nice. So, yeah. Anyway, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.